This camera may fall in the middle of the recording, but we'll see how it goes.
Where are you? Oh, you're in New York.
Yeah, we're still in New York. That's what I said. East Coast. We leave tomorrow.
Oh, where do you go?
It's a cruise. All I know is it's Norwegian Cruise Line's newest ship. I have no idea what the destination is. I think
You
Dominican
just get
Republic's in
on the
there.
boat. You just
I'll just hop on the boat. I'll find out on Saturday where we're going, or as it happens.
Cedric, what is your
Yeah.
life? You say I'm going on vacation. Don't know where we're going. I just know I'm gonna get on the boat.
Well, this is a great thing. Becca does all the arrangements. She's like, I have a week off. We should go somewhere. I was like, okay. Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
That's it. Yeah. So if it weren't for Becca, I would have a much more boring life.
Oh, I love how much you love her. Can I just say that? I talk about this when I get off the call and I go to Andrew. I'm like, Cedric loves his wife. Cedric loves his Becca. Like, it is so beautiful. It's like so endearing and beautiful to watch. I love it.
Well,
I love it. I just love
I'm so glad that comes across.
it. Yes, it does. It really does.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's not like when you have it's like those acting classes where you have like, okay, so this is the visible exterior, but then you have the interior character, and there's like, oh, with all of these other thoughts. It's like, it's nice that it comes across this way.
It does. In fact, it feels like, okay, obviously you and Becca are the founders, obviously, but
Yeah.
it feels like you're kind of like building something for her. Like it feels like she's
Well, I am making leggings for her. I think that's
technically.
Technically, I guess that's how this goes.
Speaking of,
yeah.
oh, I hear Zoffy.
Oh no, that's not Zoffy. That's a cat.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a really yeah.
You said that's not my son.
No, but it's not my son. Actually, that is my cat. He's the noisy one.
That's so funny. I've never heard your cat make a single sound ever. Ever.
Yeah, no, they are a very chatty breed. Bengals are a chatty breed.
Okay, so first of all, I'm wearing nothing but Béziers these days. Like,
Okay.
I feel like I'm cheating on my boyfriend. Okay, I'm married, but I feel like I'm cheating when I wear other brands, and I like my Béziers the best.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
That's good.
It's it's a worse feeling when you're like, oh no, I was like, I feel like I'm cheating on my man, but it's with a better guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like I feel like I settled in this situation, and cheating is just like putting me where I'm meant to be. And so I think that's
terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible. But I feel
terrible.
Yeah. Becca and I saw Becky Shaw on Broadway on Wednesday. We took a play date instead of a musical date. It's a hilarious. It's a good comedy. It's kind of like, it feels like it's in the world of Succession.
Succession is not a comedy.
It is and it isn't. It was like, if they're funny aspect. I feel like Succession is a drama, but there's a lot of. It's a dark. I think it's like there's a dark comedy. There are a lot of like great one-liners. There are a lot of. It's definitely not Arthur Miller. It's not that world. But
Okay.
there's still there is still a lot of like, I am the firstborn son.
Did I tell you that I met Rupert?
Rupert?
I'm sorry. Isn't Succession based on?
Oh, Murdoch. Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of. Yeah. So I was gonna say, it's like, I don't know who's bigger. Who I'd rather meet, like Logan Roy or one of the main actors, or the person it's based off.
Right.
The person. Yeah.
I can't say much else. I signed an
No.
NDA, but very
Yeah.
interesting. I was a voyeur. I'm like, this is not my world. That is for sure. This is not my
Yeah.
world, but it was not bad. First of all, because I have them on.
Yeah.
I also have my waist trainer on because I'm trying to get
Yeah.
that. Oh, so this is what I'm talking about. So this is I can't remember what generation I have on right now, but if you can see where it's falling. So here,
Yeah.
Can you see it all?
Not really, but I know what you're talking about because I was able to diagnose the issue.
Okay, so here's where The V goes
The V
into my
goes.
butt, and
Yeah.
here's where my butt actually starts.
Okay.
They still
Yeah.
feel good. Like they feel good. It's just
Yeah.
this line. My butt is
Yeah.
like up here, and the
Yeah. The
line
front.
is
I'm going to assume the front part is fine, or it
yeah,
might be able to go up a little bit higher.
a
But
little
yeah,
bit.
yeah. I think what I've been able to figure out, there's a bit of a what do we call like regression to the mean. It's like it's like you can't say ghetto booty. You can't call it ghetto booty. I'm like, but there's literally a tab on one of my computers, and it is the ghetto booty tab. I was like, for all the times I've tried to say prominent posterior.
I
Uh,
mean, I feel like because I'm on the team, you might be able to get
yeah,
away with it.
and I think you know exactly. And she's like, "Oh, well, sorry." I was like, it's like it's racist. I'm like, yes, because out of all the major ethnicities, one race is known for having a more prominent posterior.
All my
Yeah,
friends do. I do.
yeah,
We all do, and it fits. The pants fit us differently.
yeah. And what I was going to say was like, if you talk about like, white girl ass or Asian ass, they're very different in geometry.
It's very different. I think in terms of like our conversation of us communicating, it's just really much it's so much easier to be like, okay, that's what you mean, that's what you mean. Maybe we'll change it up if we do like press conferences. I don't know, but like I know
Yeah,
what you mean and you know what I
yeah,
mean.
and why and there's something who's like I he's like I'm not white, you're not white, and and the white person's like off at
That's
work.
racist.
Yeah. So I'm like, so we can we I think we are able to say or like to give a diagnosis that actually is like grounded in anthropometric studies that show yes on certain members of the population, hip depth to waist depth ratio is larger. Yeah,
It Yes, I completely understand, but I'm like I feel really I sometimes when I look at the feedback from people, I get confused because it's like what one person had a problem with, another person is like, this is the most perfect thing ever. Did I send you the screenshot from Rosalie Frazier, or did I
maybe
only
not.
log
No.
that? For reference, Rose lives in Southern California. She is Black. She is wealthy. She is very well off. She is soft spoken, grounded, fit, beautiful. She's who I want to grow up. She's who I want to be
When I grow up, yeah, okay,
when I grow up. Like she is just a very classy person. She's so classy. She said, I wore the pants today. And I can hear her saying this too. She said,
hmm
I wore the pants today. I wear predominantly Lululemon for countless years. I've tried other brands, but preferred Lululemon. Yours are just as comfortable. Oh, and also she's older. She's not
okay.
old, but she's older than I think she is because she looks freaking great.
See, in my head now, I'm getting. Oh, come on! Vanessa Williams' character from Death Becomes Her, the musical.
Yeah.
That's kind of like what I'm getting right now.
Also, maybe just Vanessa Williams, period. She's
Okay,
giving
yeah.
Vanessa Williams. Like
Okay, there we go.
Vanessa Williams at this age. Picture Vanessa Williams saying the words coming out of my mouth right
Yeah.
now because
All right.
that is a very good comparison and they look similar.
Ah.
Yours are just as comfortable as Lululemon, if not more comfortable. Your
Oh,
pant material feels different. It's smoother to the touch. There's no slipping down.
okay.
I like the way your pants shape the body, and I like the way the pants are designed in the back.
Yeah.
Thank you for the experience. I would purchase them.
Oh, okay.
And I told her, I said, when she got the pants, I said, I'm so glad you got the pants. If they slip down, like I'm leading her to tell me
Yeah.
potential problems. I said, if they slip down in all caps, tell me. I want to hear any and all feedback. And that was her honest feedback. Shantea, she got her second pair of pants. She said, again, they fit great in the body, but the
Hmm.
second pair, and I can send you a video, I downloaded it.
Agreed.
There's a gap in the waist, which I was really surprised about because I feel like you made the waist tighter on the second one.
I might have. It depends on the person. The waist, I think I have to look at the numbers, at the models. The waist algo is different, and I think in this new, I don't know if it's going to be Gen 3. But yeah, a lot of the compression stuff has had to change. But you're saying for Shantae, now the waist gaps, or
There's a waist. The pants look great on her. She showed me a video. I was like, oh, wait a minute. But then she was like, this thing, she's like, this didn't used to, and she showed me her back. She went
yeah.
like, oh, she was like, this, it didn't used to be like this. There was, and you could see like a little inch gap between her back and the back of the pants when she pulled them all the way up. And she said, it also feels a little bit lower, like it's hitting a little bit lower than her first pair.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, if she was in the first group, we didn't really account for bone sizing, and this one adjusts for that. So so I think some people have like taller hips or wider hips or taller pelvic bones. Yeah, makes a little bit more sense. So that got put in, and then this new re-engineering thing. It's like, wow, I'm now 3.5 weeks in. It's like this is a big project, and I've had to break down and look at like a good number of the models because and and this took me a long time to wrap my head around, but the easiest way I can explain this is if I have a spring and I say that I add like a 1 pound weight to the spring, like a 10-inch spring and I add 1 pound to the spring, and let's say it stretches 1 inch, 10%. So 1 pound weight, 10% on the spring. Now, if I have two springs, like if I have a second cock of the spring, I just hang it below the first one and I attach the 1 pound weight. How much does the weight drop?
I don't know. 1 inch?
It drops 2 inches because the way you think about this is that I have the first, I'll go in reverse order. I have the string, I add
Oh,
the weight, and it drops 1 inch. And then I
yeah.
hang that whole contraption on the first spring, it should still drop 1 inch. So
Right.
combined, it's 2 inches. 10%. So the Hooke's law explanation is that the stretch, strain, distortion is correlated with the amount of stretch. Now I can reverse all of this and say that if I have 1 pound of weight divided by by 10 inches, that's like a tenth of a pound per inch. But if I have 1 pound of force pulling down on 20 inches, that's less pressure per inch, right?
Yes. You're starting to lose me, but I'm
Yeah.
still here.
And then so now the thing is, if you have a small circle and you have 1 pound of force and a large circle and the same amount of force, now if you're in a bigger circle, you have less pressure pushing in. So, what this is all trying to say is that if our skinnier girls will experience higher pressure because everyone got like shrunk by 20%, pulled in by 20% to start. It's 20 to 30% depending on where you are in the body. But the long story short is that in order to kind of come up with equal pressure, everybody has to be compressed slightly differently depending on where you are in the body.
Would you be able to scale that, or does it need to be individual? Like you have to like go into each account. Like how would you do that?
I get everyone's like 3D model, and then I have to like reshape everything based on that 3D model. So depending on like how a person's waist is, like if you have larger hips, you need more pressure, you need more spring or compression than somebody with smaller hips, or yeah.
Oh.
So there's some baseline measurements you have to take, and then like we adjust accordingly.
Like if we were to get 1,000 orders in, obviously that's not today, but who knows? It could at some
Yeah.
point. Like, would we be able to automate
Yeah.
that? Or
It
really?
it is automated. That is what's taking a while. Is that like the analysis is now automated, and then the final product is automated, and then I'm
That's,
breaking out this whole like resizing engine as like a totally separate component.
I
So
love this. So that you can like peek into my head. I have a few different plans in place, but this is the most illogical one that I'm going to say out loud.
sure.
It's going to sound maybe dumb, I don't know, but also right now, think of me as your friend, Salisha, not your marketing agent,
Yeah. Yeah.
like your marketing person. I, when it comes to my career, I have been hiding. I have been literally praying to not become famous. Like I have like been like I know we live in a society where everybody wants to be famous, and
Yeah.
I have seen this coming at me since for years, and I've not wanted it, and I will dip and dodge. Okay. With that said, I am coming into a place in my life where I'm going to stop hiding and I will allow whatever God's will is. Whatever that means,
Yeah.
fine, whatever. If I just want to be in alignment with why am I here on this planet? That might sound silly, but just stick with me for a second. This is like not an actual, if we were in a board meeting, this is not the plan that I would come up with and
All right.
present to the room. But there is a world in which if something pops off in my career, all it takes is one gig, one phone call, and it's
Yeah.
done. That's done. That's done. Like
Yeah.
the band-aid has been ripped off.
Well,
And
but that is a lot of that is a lot of the arts. All it takes is like, all it takes is the right person to believe.
can that be the soundbite, Carla? Carla, our editor, if you're listening to this, that's the soundbite.
Yeah.
That's the soundbite right there. Go back to what Cedric just said. Cedric, say it again for the people in the back row.
No, it's in the arts, all it takes is that one patron. It takes one person to believe.
It just takes one person to believe.
Yeah.
So,
And his name is Rupert.
hello, fund me. Fund all
Yeah.
the
Yeah. No, but fame is interesting because I think there are a lot of people who want it for the wrong reasons. We'll start with that, but I think it also tends to be one of those things that, oh, it's kind of nice. Yeah, if you talk to some people who are like, yeah, incredibly famous, they're like, no, I really miss my privacy. It's like it is in many ways that one-way door where like you go out into the world, everyone's it's like, okay, this is cool, like paparazzi, they all love me, and then all of a sudden it's like, no, you know what?
Can't turn it
I
off.
No, I want to lose my shit in the supermarket without without 15 people taking like
Right.
a video and then
Yes.
just blowing up my whole career. It's like I would
Yes.
like, I would
I
like
want
to
to have
be
road
able,
rage on the 405 and flip
yeah,
somebody off.
I would like to let out my inner Karen without having to worry about like the repercussions.
Not the inner Karen.
Yeah.
It's real though. That is so real. Already, I'm just in Fresno. Like I'm in Fresno. When I
Yeah.
walk down the street, I get stopped by so many people who I know. I know them from this or I know them from that, or they'll
Yeah.
just shout out the window and say, "I follow you on Instagram." I'm like,
Yeah.
Cool." They're like, "Oh, I'll
Well,
write you," or they'll have whole conversations about Ajax, and I'm like, I don't know
yeah.
this person's
It's like,
name.
no, I think I don't know who you are. Why do you know who my son is? Why do you know what my son looks like? I
They
would
know
appreciate
so
it. Yeah,
much. I'm like,
yeah,
I don't know who you are. I don't know how to follow up with you because I don't know who you are. Anyway, my point with bringing any of this up is there is a world, Cedric, and I am setting up a world. I am
yeah,
quietly setting up the foundations for a lot of different things. So if that one moment comes, the moment where I meet America or America meets me in this one moment, I want all of the foundations set up to the things that I believe in and have been supporting or are part of or helping produce or helping create help birthing into the world. I want all of those things to be set up, ready to go. So people are just like, how can I be a part of this world? And so
Yeah.
I'm doing that with Bézier as well. So I just finished batch recording a whole thing for my other podcast, the Salisha Show.
Yeah.
I'll be writing commercials, filming them when I get back to New York, and then putting them into each episode so people just know, like, when they watch the episode, it's like very directly correlated to Bézier.
Mm-hmm.
Just brand recognition. I want to wear these pants whenever I'm doing anything active related. And so I'm hoping that one of these days, if and when my career just pops off, it'll be like a very easy, how can I get
So you're talking about the day when Hugh opens for you.
the day when Hugh opens for me.
Yeah.
For me. I mean, yeah. But anyway, that is just a thought just in the back of my mind that really all it takes is one wild thing and things can get crazy really quickly. That's the world that we live in. Even me aside, all it really takes is just one moment in time. And so we're moving at a slow pace, getting the pants out. And this is good for us right now. We're doing a lot of.
It's great, and this is the thing I've talked to like my mentor Roy about. I was like, I can't believe we're about 2 years into this project, and I'm only realizing now the implications of Hooke's Law. Hooke's Law is the whole spring thing, and I was like, okay, this is it's fun. I was like, okay, I can visualize this. I want to see how I can express this. And I want to translate this into code, and we have Pod to thank for that. But it's like my joy and the payback in this is like the creation of the process. It's not I was like, oh, someday there's going to be like, we're going to sell millions of these. It's like, no, the payoff is here. And I think Becca amazingly got us tickets to see Stephen Colbert this week. Today's my birthday, and then on Tuesday, a couple days ago.
How dare you not start with this, Cedric? Hold on.
Oh. Yeah.
Hurry up.
Hey.
Let's sing.
Oh no, we don't have to sing. We don't have to sing.
Birthday.
Yeah. Hi. Thank you. Okay.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Cedric. Happy birthday to you.
Yay. Okay, thank you.
He wasn't even going to mention it.
What the heck, man?
No,
Should I play at the piano?
Because we're explaining why I was like,
keys, though.
yeah, so we're explaining why I was at Stephen Colbert on Tuesday. Like the Colbert Late Show is ending this week. Today is his last episode.
Are you going tonight?
Tonight is I don't know any of the details. So we saw the one on Thursday. Oh, sorry, on Tuesday. Today's Thursday. We saw the episode on Tuesday, and it was Jon Stewart and Steven Spielberg. Spielberg hasn't done a late show since the 70s, I think.
Oh my gosh.
So that's how, it's like 38 years. He's never promoted.
Disclosure Day.
Yeah, it's because of Disclosure Day. And he's like, they had him on. And I think they were talking about it, and Spielberg was like, no, my joy is the process. It's like the payoff is every day you show up to set and you see this thing that you've been dreaming about, like eat, sleep, and it's like that coming to life. He said, writing the screenplay, like bringing it to life. Oh, it's like that. There's so much like joy in the creation that's the payment. It's not the huge paycheck at the end of the day. And I think that's what a lot of people miss. And so I was saying for Bézier, it's we can slice and dice people and change the compression algo and like sculpt people differently. Just all with a bunch of numbers. And so that's where like I think like the payoff here is like I'd rather get this right, and like the bar just keeps getting raised every year.
Yeah, it's so cliche. Like money is the after product of the value you bring, but it's so true. So you got to just focus.
You've never said that to me. That's great.
Yeah.
I'll say it again though. Yeah, money's the after product of being passionate about something, like you said, bringing it to life and bringing value, and just
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously it's good to have a
Well,
business mind decided things too, but yeah, you still got to create the best product. Like you said, that's what matters. Yeah.
and this is where like we decide how much of this turns into life affirmation. But one of my pet peeve words is like passion, because in the Catholic Christian tradition, the word passion comes from the Latin root
Suffering.
passi, to suffer, and
Yeah.
so there has to be an element of suffering in whatever you're passionate for. But the way I look
No
at
one
it,
ever told me that.
yeah, this is Christ,
Suffer
the
for it.
suffering. Yeah, Christ's passion is about the suffering. Yeah, yeah,
You care about
it's
it so
not.
much, you're willing to suffer for it. That's why
Yeah.
you're
Well,
passionate
actually,
about
I'm
it.
going to phrase this a little bit differently because I have a much better. I think I have a more positive view.
Okay.
I think that a person's passion are those things that we do that if anyone else were to do it to the same extent, it would constitute suffering.
Oh,
It's the
I
stuff that
like that. Yeah.
it is the stuff that for me to be up until like back, it's like you should go to. I'm like, no, it's 1 a.m., 2 a.m. And it was like I'm just trying to get this one last thing out. It's like it's like you're trying to perfect the craft. It's the people who do that to that extent. It's the people who just like I remember I did a off Broadway like weekend show called the Awesome 80s Prom way back when, and I remember that like changing room after the show. A few of the cast members were like, "Yeah, it's like I got this album on eBay. I don't remember, which Broadway diva it was, but they were just going to go home and listen to this LP. And they're just going to pop open a bottle of wine and listen to an LP. And I'm like, oh, that sounds miserable. And then Salisha's like, well, no, why would you? Yeah, I was like,
That
that's
sounds
right.
great.
Yeah, it sounds great. And I was like, but all four of the people, 4 or 5 of those people, individuals, ended up on Broadway, like within like 5 years. And what you realize is that the people who they're just doing what they love and they can't see themselves doing anything else. Those are the people who succeed because that failure isn't an option. Like the people who go into the arts think it's like, oh, I'm just it's like you are going to burn out, you're going to fizzle out. Like once you realize that it's just too much work to get to the goal, that whole process, it's no longer worth it. It's like the people who are waiting tables, it's like they're not waiting tables. It's a fungible job and you can do it, but you're doing that as a reason so that you can perform. And it's like and that keeps you going. It's not. It's like you're waiting tables because that's a job that you can do. You can still make a few bucks. You might be able to make more money doing something else, but you're choosing to make less money so that you can
have the flexibility to go to your audition.
To go to your auditions. And I think that's the key difference is that one, you still have to have talent and you still got to have the hard work, but the thing is that you have to find the work itself valuable. And I think that's kind of like what that pushes you to work that extra like hour or like the cliche go the extra mile because like you enjoy the process and like the process does you. It's not that you have to like constantly put in all of this effort.
I'm gonna find a list of cliches and start living my life.
Well,
but
within reason. Yeah,
working.
Yeah.
I just have to tell you.
No, all good. Happy birthday, Cedric. Yeah,
Thank you.
Conversations. I'll let you guys keep it going. Yeah.
Thank you. Love you, baby. Okay. Yeah. So, this is so great. I am actually going to go back and re-listen to this because I'm like, wait, I just never heard that in my life. I never heard that. Thank you so much. Okay. Also, there was other things that I wanted to talk to you about.
Sure.
I don't know if you have more time or if we should do it for
we can go as long as you want.
Okay, so I'll wait for the conversation about the potential contract that we got.
Oh yeah, you got to tell me more about that. What this is a contract to do what?
So I need to gather more information so that I can present it to you in an articulate way. But my friend, I'm here in town in Fresno. She is a business owner and she has a large network of active women. A lot of them are women of color, but not all of them are. It's a large network of women. She showed me this awesome video of like a lot of them in one room and they were having a dance off. It was like, it's an active community. I think they run together. I don't know. It's like she has to tell me more about what the actual company is. but she has a large network of women, and they have a website. It's very active. They've got a Facebook group. It's very active, or like a WhatsApp. It's all really active. And she was like, would you like me to put your pants in front of all of them? And I was assuming, everyone will get a free pair. I was like, let me just check and see how many free pairs I can give away, knowing what I already know.
Yeah.
But still, I wanted to check with the team. And she was like, girl, free? I'm trying to get you paid.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Let me get you paid. And so we can talk more about that when I can
Yeah,
send you
please.
links and give have a presentation. I want to have a presentation for you so you can at least
All right.
look at it. But then she showed me the website. And on the website, I think this is where a lot of their members go to purchase their equipment and their gear. And they've partnered with Nike, they've partnered with, I want to say Adidas, but that doesn't sound like that makes sense if they partnered with Nike and Adidas. I'm not sure. I know there was a little bit of Lulu on there. She was like,
Oh, so
let
they
me
just
put
work with everybody, and you get the discount or whatever. The big thing we need to figure out is how are people submitting photos or videos. And I
right. And
have confirmed, as I showed you, the video is. I think video is going to be the way to go. And so we just have to figure out, like, what does that flow look like? If you have a couple friends,
yeah,
that we can just say, what do you think about like sending me a video on TikTok or Instagram or iMessage? Like, I think all three will work.
I think that's definitely our next level of foundation of what you just said. So we have a great foundation right now. Somebody goes to the website, they're like, oh, love this. Let me take my photo, which we're probably going to change to video, but let me take my photo and I get my custom pants. That's great. I think right now we're working out any kinks, but it's pretty smooth. People are
It's pretty
getting
smooth.
an order.
Yeah.
So
And I think that, but we, like, while we're testing this out, I don't mind, like, if we want to start doing more videos and just say, like, as you have time, just do the TikTok style, hey, just this is all I need you to do. Just like hit record, walk back, make sure you're in frame, turn to the side, make sure we can see that posterior of yours, and then outline, and then we'll take it stop, send the test, and we'll take it from there. There is a TikTok ability. There is a way to make these like TikTok leggings. Like, this is all we had to do was like send this video into this company. They got my shape and measurements, and like they have made a spare that fit.
Okay, so question for you then, if we're going to start going this route, when do you think we could start implementing video on our site?
Video on the site, probably 2 or 3 weeks once I get this whole. I think how many tabs do I have open right now on the different screens? Purple is Ghetto Booty, and then one of them is this whole new like resized recompression algo. That's the big project. There's one where I'm trying to do seamless front, remove the front seam. That, how Nike makes no line. You've heard like
no, I
line,
know
no
exactly
line?
what you're talking about.
Yep. Yeah, I can remove that. I think what will probably happen is once the recompression is done, I'll switch quickly to getting rid of the front seam, and then however long it takes to get this.
I hate the front seam. I don't mind the front seam.
It's I will say it's considered slightly premium. When you don't have the front seam, there's a little bit less. Yeah, you reduce the odds of camel toe a little bit.
Okay.
We have not had an issue with that. Even though the leggings are gusset free, I had a whole like research dive way back that said that now if you get the leggings right, you don't need a gusset. If you get the crotch geometry correctly, the gusset doesn't actually help. For where I wanted to put the butt seam, and the gusset actually got in the way. My bike things are. The two next things that I'm trying to deliver are to the factory are first is this new recompression algo. Second one is going to be removing the front seam. Lulu's no line aligns. Aloe has one. I can't remember. It's Air Lux or something like that. I have to remember what they call it. But a lot of legging companies it's considered table stakes these days to have no front seam.
Okay, I'm taking some notes so that we remember, because I hear you, and obviously you're about to go on vacation. I want you to enjoy your vacation. You're always talking to me on your vacation. You and Becca are. And so I'm
Yeah.
like, I do want you to enjoy your vacation, but also like, let me know when we can start implementing the video on the website. Because then I can, you know how I'm such an
What do
eyeball
we
when it
want to
comes to
do
TikTok,
before
but
we?
that's where we're going.
Yeah, even before we get to the video on the website, I think I almost want to see what this looks like from TikTok and Instagram. Like,
You
uh,
mean you just taking somebody's random video, not through a site, just if like say if I were to text you a video, you would be able.
yeah,
Okay.
because for some of your friends who are just like, and this, yeah, you still have a few stragglers, I think,
I
where
have a
it's like,
lot of stragglers. A
so
lot.
what we might want to do as an experiment is like, hey, it's taking too long to get them. It's like you keep nagging them. It's like, hey, here's a video of me doing this. This is what can you do this on a video? It'll take you 10 seconds. The next
Okay,
time you're
but
at the
still
gym.
you're gonna need form-fitting clothing, I'm guessing.
Yeah, and you still need form-fitting clothing. So I'm just like, any of your friends who work out at a gym or have a mirror, this is really all they need to do is just grab. And this is kind of like, don't even set up the phone. Just grab your phone, find a mirror, and you just do that 90-degree turn, front and side. That's all we need. And like if you literally are holding up the phone and then just turn and come back, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be anything like super fancy. And so I think if we could try that, I think that's the good experiment for like the coming week is, yeah, if we make this like uber easy for someone to just say like, oh, just text it to you, send me the video, and then
But then they still
um,
have to make an account.
yes and no. Most people have Shopify accounts. So all they're doing is they're sending you the video, and I'll figure out. I'll send you a claim code, or if we do it three-way, I'll just send this is how you create your account. You go to this link, everything is there. Like you don't have to upload anything. You just have to claim your leggings, and it's in many ways easier because if you've already ordered one thing from Shopify, from any Shopify store, if you've ordered one thing from Shopify, they have your address.
Okay.
And then if
I
you
can work
don't
with
need the
this.
credit card, if it's free, you don't need a credit card.
I
And
can
so
work with that.
yeah, I need like 3 days to turn it around. And yeah, so what I'll do is I'll try to figure out the mechanism for that. You send me a video. This is, these leggings belong to this person. And then we'll just like set them up with an address. Everything will be populated and so on.
Cedric, this is great. And I also have to go.
Okay.
I remember when I just pulled Andrew out here in
Yeah.
like a drop of, oh,
Yeah.
never mind. We're good. We're good. Oh my goodness. I thought I was a negligent mother. I was like, I just heard my baby cry and I remembered
Yeah.
that I was a mother. There are times when I wake up and I'm like, who am I? What
Yeah.
state am I in? Who is this
Uh-huh.
guy next to me? Oh my God, do I have a kid? Like I
Yeah.
forget. And then I wake up and I'm like remembering each thing, each layer. Like in the pandemic, I'd wake up thinking I was on Broadway and I'm like, wait a minute.
Okay,
I'm in a
quick.
nightmare.
The three questions. Okay, what is? Yeah, who am I? Yeah, who is this person to me, and where are we? Okay, there we
Where
go.
are we?
It's like I need a role, a place, and a relationship, and scene.
Come on, you're
Go.
such an actor. When I
Yeah,
just pulled Andrew out here, I completely forgot that our child was in there. And I'm like, what if Ajax needed us? And me and Andrew were both out here. I forgot my auntie is here babysitting, which is why I'm able to work right now. And
yay.
so, okay, there's more things on the docket to talk about, but I'll save that for our next meeting whenever you can meet next or whenever you and Becca can meet next.
Yeah.
We can run through these. And I feel like,
Are they small? Or do you know what? Can you brief me quickly, or do you have to go?
well, I was talking to a man
Ah,
a couple of days ago, and I
Yeah.
have to get his daughter a pair of these leggings. They're like so
Right.
excited about them. And he was like, well, do you do anything for men? And I was like, not yet. No, we don't. Right now, our market is blah, 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 blah. And he was like, well, I need some compression stuff. And I was like, wait a
okay.
minute, hold on.
Yeah,
Say
we could
again?
probably do that. Yeah, we can do compression.
But
Thanks.
please do that. He was like, I
Yeah.
need compression tops. I need compression pants. I need compression shorts. I was like, that is the most easy segue for guys.
Yeah.
He's like, it helps me with my circulation when I'm working out, when I'm at work. I'm like,
Okay.
just planting the seed. It doesn't
I
have
can
to be
actually do-
tomorrow.
Yeah,
But I'm like,
I have worn Becca's leggings on like in the past winter when it was like 18 degrees. I would wear them under my wear them under my like sweatpants.
see, I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
And they could even possibly be like the same product, just marketed. Here are the men's compressions.
Yeah.
Maybe they're slightly
Yeah, I think
different. I don't know,
I think
guys.
the only difference I do for men is probably a slightly lower rise waistband. That's about it.
Which counts for a lot.
Yeah.
That counts for a lot.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
That was the big. Yeah.
Was that not enough for you? To me,
No,
I
I was like, yeah, yeah.
was like, we can make a product for guys
Yes.
with very
Yeah.
little difference.
Yeah. All right.
You're not as excited as I thought you'd be.
No, and then we talk about like what is it? I mean, like you need the little space for the guy, a little slonket or whatever, the slonket.
You're
Yeah,
like, that falls in line with pockets. And we need a pocket for the ladies' cell phones.
yeah, Oh yeah, pockets are also. I think the roadmap is pockets first, and then we'll worry about the junket.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's all I got.
On that note, that's a good note to end on.
That's a good note to end on.
Yeah.
Thank you for meeting. I hope you have a good trip to who knows where you're
Yes.
going.
Yeah, who knows? I'll find out next week. And all right, let's
See
get.
ya. Bye.